Hey there, I'm Alex, and today we're going to be checking out 3 AI note takers. The first one is Fireflies.ai, the second one is Bluedot, and the third one is Fathom.ai. Alright, so the first one that we're going to be checking out is Fireflies.ai. So this is what it looks like on the home page, and if you scan down to the bottom right, you can see that we have the Google Calendar logo, and it says Upcoming Meeting 1. And you might wonder, why is there Google Calendar down there? It's because Fireflies.ai integrates with Google Calendar. It takes any of your Google Meet meetings that are scheduled within your Google Calendar and automatically prompts the Fireflies bot to join the meeting and record it for you, as long as you have the green toggle over here checked. And if you yourself would like to join the meeting, you could click Open Meeting right over here, and the Google Meet page will pop up. And as you guys can see over here, we have people that are waiting. So you might wonder, hey, who's that person that's waiting? It is the Fireflies bot itself. So you can see right over here that somebody wants to join this call. I'm going to click the participant logo and I'm going to click admit. And there you go. It's that simple. Right once I click admit, the bot starts recording the meeting. So this could be an advantage for some, because you could come in here, admit the bot, I should say, leave the meeting, and then it records. Maybe you're busy in another meeting or you have lunch to do, and this meeting doesn't really require you to be present, but you'd still like to know a summary of what's going on. You have the bot in there recording, and then you could go over the general notes, the transcript later on. And this is really cool because since the bot automatically joins your meeting, that could help those that may forget to record your meeting, because some softwares do not have a bot that joins the meeting. So this could be kind of a safeguard, safe-proof way of making sure that you never miss a meeting recording. On the other hand, some people might find it disadvantageous to go ahead and admit a bot because it's an added step. And then as you guys can see, there's just this person, this participant within my Google Meet meeting sitting there. And if some people aren't familiar really with AI note takers, then you'd have to explain to them and so forth. Now, going back to the Fireflies homepage right over here, you can see that I have that ongoing meeting. I could click the purple live meeting button and this pop-up will show up. You can see that here I could mark out some meeting activities. I could mark it as an important item has just been said. I could say, hey, there was a positive feedback or a concern within my meeting. I could add an action item. I could add some comments. So this really helps me keep track throughout the timestamps of the transcript of the recording, what's happening, some notes, so that later on down the road when I check it, I have a better idea of what really happened and just kind of some bullet points to remember, some notes and so forth. Now, one thing about Fireflies.ai is that it needs to record for a minimum of 3 minutes to be able to get the transcript. And so if ever you'd like to check it out, right over here, we have the meeting timer. And so all I have to do now is click the end meeting button right over here, the red square. And as you guys can see on the bottom, it says that it successfully ended the meeting. Now, I will tell you guys that sometimes the Fireflies.ai bot takes some time to leave the meeting after you stop it. So it is stopped, it is successfully ended, but still hasn't left. So there is sometimes a little bit of buffer time within that to leave, but honestly, it's all good. And so now we're gonna glance over to the left side of our panel here on Firefly's homepage, and you could check out meeting status. Here you have all of the single meetings that you've recorded with Fireflies and its status. So the one that we're going to check out is the test meeting that we just ran. This is what it looks like. On the right side, we have the full transcript, and overall, I would say that the transcript is pretty fair, pretty accurate. It gives me the timestamps. I could highlight through it. I could create a soundbite. I could add a comment, a bookmark to this little text. And another thing is, let's say I'd like to scroll through the audio recording of this sentence. All I have to do is select the sentence that's highlighted in purple, and it'll, as you guys can see, move me throughout the audio track, which is really useful. On the left side, we have some cool features like sentiments, speaker talk time, AI filters, and so forth. Now, here in the middle, if you were to upgrade your plan, you would be able to see some of the meeting notes as well as some of the video. But on the basic plan, Fireflies does offer only a limited amount of meeting notes, and video you need to upgrade. And one last thing we're going to check out on the left panel over here, integrations. So here you can see that all the integrations Fireflies is compatible with. They've been on the market for a pretty decent amount of time, and so they work with email, Google Docs, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Notion, Skype, Zoom, Workplace, WebEx. So if you are using any of these apps, Fireflies may be able to help you out. And so now we're going to be moving on to Bluedot. Now this is my personal favorite AI note taker that I've been using for the past few meetings that I've had. And once you're in the Chrome web store, all you have to do is search for Bluedot, add it to Chrome. Once you're inside your Google Meet meeting, it's very simple. It's a Chrome extension, the Bluedot right over here. All I have to do is click it and start capture. Now, the nice thing is there is no minimum amount of time you need to record to be able to get your transcript, unlike Fireflies. And so all I have to do is hit the hang up button when I'd like to stop the transcript. Just like that, it opens up in a new tab and I have my meeting loaded up right over here. And so here you go. My meeting transcript has loaded up. It shows the speaker and the whole transcript. I also get a video recording as well as an audio recording that I could scroll through. And as you guys can see, it scrolls through the transcript as well, which is pretty sweet. On the bottom here on the left, I have a bunch of action items as well as just a general overview and general notes. Now, if I'd like to look at it from a technical standpoint, for example, I could change my note selection to technical. It'll generate it and I'll have a better idea of what was going on in my meeting. I have a bunch of technical notes. It works amazing. Another cool feature about Bluedot is the fact that you could get the talking speed. So you could see how quick each speaker, in this case I only have one speaker at the meeting, which was myself, was talking. And so you could see that on average I had 161 words per minute. So that's just a cool little feature if you're interested. Now, maybe you've just completed a very important sales meeting and you'd like to follow up with your team. All you have to do is click the Generate AI email button here on the top right. And what will it do? Open a whole new email. And just like that, you have a whole recap of your meeting without having to scramble, which I find very helpful. Now, you could also access your screen recordings right over here, or you could click the button on the left panel to access all your screen recordings, meetings. Once again, all of your meetings are stationed right in here. So you can see that Bluedot really moved towards a basic, straightforward, clean, and minimal approach for their website, which is really nice for those users that would like a very good note taker with a very simple layout that gets the job done. And so now, last but not least, Fathom, what we talked about in the introduction. So this is what it looks like on the home page. And what I'm going to do is just click Start Meeting. And so what it's going to do is it's going to open up Google Meet. I'm going to be able to join now. And so you can see that in the meantime, on the top right, Fathom is joining. It's waiting in the waiting room. And once again, I need to admit the bot. Now, some may find this as a downside because, again, you need to invite a bot like Fireflies.ai. Now, as you guys can see, I could highlight some specific parts of the video. And so once I do that highlight, in the post recording, I'm going to be able to look back and see what happened. I could be like, hey, that was a positive reaction. I'd like to look over it in my transcript later on, which is pretty sweet. And that's Fathom for you guys. It integrates with your Google Calendar. It automatically joins your meeting, or you could also push to join just like I did. Now I could pause the recording or end it. And so there you go. I'm back on Fathom's website's homepage. I could click the recording, and here you could see that the summary is still generating, and I also have the transcript. So I could run through the transcript just like so, and as you guys can see, that positive reaction, it marks it in green. That highlight that I did at the beginning, it marks it in blue. And so I could scroll through those specific points through the transcript, and it also scrolls me through the recording, which is pretty sweet. But for those that are looking for a more detailed approach to their meeting with more information in one place, Fathom might not necessarily be the best choice for you. Everything on the screen seems pretty small, and unlike Fireflies or Bluedot, the summary, there's no way of making it bigger. You kind of need to read it in that very small space. And that's it, guys. Now, one last thing that I'd like to point out is the pricing. So here you could see that Fireflies starts for free forever. You have the Pro for $10 a month, Business for $19 a month, and Enterprise for $39 a month. As for Bluedot, you can see that they focus on simplicity and integration with apps like Google Drive. The basic plan starts at $14 a month, but with the free plan, it's the ideal way to get started. That's what I've been using personally, and it works really good for my week-to-week meetings. On the other hand, Fathom provides robust team-focused features starting at $19 a month with advanced AI summaries. It supports platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams. And so that was a little run-through of everything. Fireflies, Bluedot, and Fathom. Let us know in the comment section down below which one's your favorite and which one you might start using. We'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, thanks for stopping by.